Something happened?
Oh, nothing. Oh, yeah. No.
Okay, it shows you I had one. I'm also looking at the desktop audio. Like, I think when we're talking, it goes into the red, which means, like, we're clipping. Like I said,
Yeah.
I need to get somebody who knows how to do this shit. So it
Oh, you
looks.
got YouTube. You got your friend YouTube.
It's, yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe when I'm there, we can look at it, mess around with.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm so afraid with if I do it, like I'll severely screw it up.
I mean that's kind of, well, uh, in all consolation, that's how everyone's screwed at
Yeah,
the beginning. No, there's nothing different.
yeah,
That's how you get good. Leave. Well, here I'll also check mine. Check. Just saying.
yeah.
Let's just,
And I notice I also look at it says mic audio aux. There's this constant like the green part's constantly going like this. So I don't know if that's
for you, for
yes,
like your mic. Yeah,
yeah,
it's probably just air
okay.
ambiance. Do you have a
Well,
fan or an AC going?
no, even though I got it, put it in today. I think
Oh, you
yours is,
did?
huh?
Oh, actually, hang on. Yeah, hang on.
Yeah, I think yours is the desktop audio. I would do want to apologize if while we're doing this, I probably got a head cold, and so my ears are like clogged. So if I have to have them repeat or go like, or if I seem to be speaking louder, I apologize. Yeah, we just got back from dinner over at your mom's.
Nice, nice. I like how. Well, yeah, it was originally. He was like, "Hey, Uncle Ken, hey Ken, come on over. I'll let's have dinner," and then it became a family.
Yeah,
It's fine.
yeah,
Mom was like,
no.
"Yeah."
Well, I'm sitting here going like, okay, is I think somebody's just playing on Steam. It's like, is something going on? It's like, when a family
Oh,
shows up at your house with cake, and your first instinct's who died. I think I saw that on
uh,
3 different shows.
well, that's cool. Yeah, everyone hung out, dinner.
Yep. Had got some cheesecake. Even got some leftover cheesecake.
Sweet.
Cool, cool, cool. So I'm Phil Nilsson.
Oh, hang on, buddy. Hang on one sec.
Ah,
Hang on one sec. Uh, oh, okay. Weird. Well, I was on Twitch, and it said it was offline, but then I just refreshed it. It came on. I don't. That's about.
yeah. I was watching a Twitch person. It was like for some reason I was on their screen and they were offline, and also I get the notification they came online, and I'm like, well, why didn't I just hit refresh and then like, whoop, oh, okay. It was funny.
Well, hey, I can turn up a little bit louder.
Yeah.
Up. Great start. Great start to the check. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Sweet.
was yeah, it was watching a bunch of old Universal monster movies this weekend. Watched
Fun.
Frankenstein, Wolfman, and then Wolfman meets Frankenstein. The original Freddy versus Jason.
Nice.
Yep, pitter patter. But yeah. So, all right.
All right, let's get this episode going.
Yeah.
Excited.
So, as you know, again, Phil Nielsen. We got
T
Mr.
Tizzle. Welcome to Two Cousins Talk. We talk about all the. We do those. This is a member berry Twitch cast. We sit and go. Remember that? Go, yeah, I remember. Remember that? Yeah, I remember. Fun. We like to do it.
And we'd also do stuff we currently are watching into our dives,
as well as some deep cut analysis.
Yep.
Real media criticism.
You won't find a better deep cut stuff anywhere online. And as you say on with the title, our top high school albums, and these are albums that we listened, heavy rotation throughout our high school years, maybe even to the junior highs. I just did high school more or less. And I do think that early 10th grade when you're in high school is like you're definitely finding you're finding yourself. What's your music and all that. And 12th grade, it's like, yep, this is the person who I am. Then when you shortly evolve into the adult, you end up becoming.
That's true. I mean, yeah. I think I started a couple all the way up to college. Although I will say I haven't really sat down and listened to quite a while. Think about it. But
yeah.
But this was the day. But these were the days of CD, Walkman, tape.
Yep.
We didn't have that iPod. So
we didn't have that Spotify.
But this was playing. This was playing on the Walkman. This was playing in the car. In fact, that's one thing I really missed. I mean, that's one thing about driving that's constantly listening.
Yeah.
And that dirty seat case, getting it out while you're stopped at a red light.
And you got all of them are unlabeled, and you're trying to find that one song, because you want to listen to that one damn song. All your tapes are not labeled properly, or have now faded.
Yeah.
And you plug that.
Alexa
tape,
wasn't there.
Yeah, you plug that tape in, and you're hoping you didn't either listen it too much, or get stuck. And then you end up listening. That's the only song you end up listening to.
Yeah, as Phil said, yeah. I mean, I think really, yeah, it's really just like the albums that were on heavy rotation. In some ways, it's sort of like I was sort of like I could only choose 5 albums from that era. What would I choose? But it's pretty much the same. Pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Turns into the same list.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you're becoming an adult. This is where you start curating. What you hope you as an adult going to still be listening. You're curating this sound.
I mean, it's weird because we grew up. Like I look at it and I'm like a little bit, but at the same time it's like we also grew up in a weird little pocket MTV
Yeah.
MTV was super, and like when alternative
Yeah.
now there is no, that doesn't exist anymore.
Nope.
No, like, so it's like this weird cul-de-sac where like we were caught in this specific time. And
Yeah.
so
No.
a little bit of my list reflects that. But yeah, in terms, I don't listen to it, just doesn't exist. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. No. It's.
But I'm proud of my list. It's good fucking.
I guess I am proud of my list because if if you went to any of my high school friends who knew me, if if you would have said like, "Hey, would you him listening to this?" They would probably say, "Yes, I can see Phil Nilsson listening to that album." Yes, I could. You know, one of them is definitely yeah. If you didn't know me, so start with our number 5.
Yeah. Fuck. I was trying to see how to share the screen, and I sort of see it, but at the same time, it won't show the screen. Well, I was gonna show some album.
Yeah, that,
Well, I thought it would be cool if we could play little bits of the music.
the problem with that.
Twitch is weird about that, right?
Twitch and YouTube. You know, God forbid you have, you know, YouTube catches a single note.
There's got to be a threshold. 5 seconds.
I think there is a threshold.
Dude. Yeah, remember that song? That was badass.
Maybe we just have to start saying like, you know, A chord, C sharp, D. But I don't have the music sheet for it, so I can't. So, yeah. All right, I'll start.
Okay.
Unfortunately, my number 5 is because I didn't listen to just one because you know I couldn't focus on just one album. It was the radio hits that you had played. Mine was my number 5 is Nirvana.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't say smells like Nevermind, In Utero, and Incesticide. Probably the closest would have been Bleach. That was probably the one album I really did like that didn't get their a lot of the popular spin, at least at when I found it. But Nirvana was, it was definitely when I would during breaks of not playing this album, I would play. I had a Nirvana mixtape with their some of their radio friendly stuff to stuff I did like from each album.
I think I remember that tape actually.
Yeah,
I think I remember that. Yeah, because you had some stuff like that weird like side up.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, solid. That was shit back then.
Yeah.
That was at. Sweet. Well, my number 5. And it was only the last year, my high school, but big. Marilyn Manson, Antichrist Super.
Yep.
Oh, hang on. There we go.
Hey.
Marilyn, yeah. Released in '96, and second. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Like I had known about their borrowing it in high school. I just they had the single
Yeah.
cover.
Right.
Annie Lennox song, "Sweet Dream,"
Yeah.
and that was fine. But then way better. Yeah, it was hard
Right.
high school. I did "Beautiful People" as a sing mission. Every
Yeah, I remember hearing you. You know, you got like, you know, you didn't get like expelled or anything, but you got into some trouble for the.
I mean, the thing is, I mean, they couldn't. I really didn't get into too much trouble. There was a lot of talk,
Yeah.
but I couldn't because everything ran. We had to show the person a bit of it beforehand.
Yeah.
Person putting it on, and we did, and she was like, "Okay, great." And so we got the okay. Like they couldn't say anything.
Yeah.
We got the okay. So, and we were pretty forthcoming of what it was sort of going to be, and I think we described it pretty well. We didn't like make it mild in terms of that. We were like, yeah, this is what we're going to do. We did it, and yeah.
But it was like I think it was sort of like also Idaho's, or maybe I'll say Pocatello's naive, and they didn't know.
No, I don't think they did. But we played the song.
Yeah.
We played the song too.
Okay, did you play the an unedited version? So that's always this thing, you know. Even though you could be in a high school, God forbid we have a word that because they say shit in it. It's like, oh, you're corrupting the youth.
I think no, yeah, it had to have either have been that I just knew that in the edited version.
Okay.
I didn't shit, or yeah, it must have been. I must have, yeah, we edited. But then we did it. Yeah, like the church groups. Shit.
It was probably like how when he did his performance in the MTV Movie Awards. You see all the like Missy Elliott and they were all sitting there like terrified. It's like you didn't see any of the rock people going, yeah. It was because that was definitely an image I will always remember is seeing all it's going to sound bad coming from my mouth, like the people who performed who were the rap artists, like they're in shock because they had never heard or seen anything like him before.
And the thing is nowadays. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
Whatever. Stop. All right. 4.
Number 4. So this is definitely one that you got me into. A lot. Tor was very influential to what my curation of music. If Tor liked it and he lent it to me and I liked it, it was almost would have been one of those rotation albums.
All right, I'm going to make a guess. I've made the guess. Let's see if I'm right.
You're probably going to be angry with me because it is so low. Because to me, this is the album. This is an album I will always picture. It's like it. You with.
Okay.
9 Inch Nails, The Downward Spiral.
Okay.
The only reason, as low as it is not for 9 Inch Nails, it is not my favorite album. Great album. The dark, of course, Closer. Come on. But, but it was just like there's the different emotions going through each song track, and then like you have two like weird cuts like Reptile, was a racer, and then we end with the album Hurt, and it was just like. But I remember this was like one of the songs that I had it like super labeled on my cassettes, so it's like all right, Downward Spiral, throw it in. But this is an album.
Classic.
Yeah, Tor got me listening to. I don't know if it was one of those like, hey Phil, you need to listen to this, or it was just one of those. We came over one day and you were playing it. It was probably the latter, because I remember you playing a lot of music.
Well, yeah, I had that stereo,
Yeah.
which I still have. Well, part of it.
Cool.
Yeah, back then, yeah, 5-disc chain.
Yeah, that.
Always.
Oh, those stereos were, I think, were the best. Because to me, 5 was the perfect. You get those 6 albums, the 20 album ones. That it just becomes a mess.
Sweet.
Yep.
All right, my 4 is Green Day. Kerplunk.
Okay. I definitely seen members of that album.
Released in 91. They're also their second studio. And yeah, no, it was just I had to put Green Day on the list. For a time. Highest. Yeah, I had all their albums. And yeah, my musical taste, at this point, heavily inspired by him.
Okay.
It just not gonna. I wasn't crazy esoteric stuff. MTV played a bunch of stuff, and I was like, "This is what's cool." It's
Yeah. Yeah,
but
no, I definitely remember like listening to Basket Case, and I remember them coming over one day, and there's Kerplunk right there, and I always wanted to hear it, but it was like I was sort of I was terrified hearing that their earlier stuff.
well, yeah, MTV, yeah, their third album, maybe their fourth. Yeah, I liked it, all their those, and I liked this was probably the. Yeah, but that was a very small pocket. It's really not like indicative of what listen. Its own pocket, and then it kind of high school. Yeah, this was for.
Hey, you're still dropping out on.
What? Am I dropping? Drop.
Yeah.
Drop.
If there's anyone in the chat, are you hearing them okay, or is it just
Droppity
my
drop
end?
drop.
Are we both coming in okay? Are you guys just watching our mouths move and no audio?
I'll listen to Twitch.
Okay.
Oh,
Is it on dropping
I am.
both of us or just him?
I am dropping. Well, Shania Vabiat. Oh shit! It could be my computer. It's running. It's running. It's running high.
Oh,
It's running
boy.
hot.
Hot diggity shit.
5. God damn it! Wait, you can try to call me.
Huh?
Try to call me.
Well, I'm afraid if I do that, then it's like I have to end the stream and.
Do you though?
Well, just how with like OBS and all that, I haven't found that working. That working motif yet. I can't think of words. Words are bad coming out of my mouth.
Well, all right. Well, then let's continue.
All right. Okay, so all right, number 3, and I actually proud. I'm saying this is like it was a debut album for this group. I think I discovered them just on the tail end of junior high, going into high school. You know, to me, it had one of the most beautiful lead singers. You know, she, you know, it had a very I think he was a guitarist, but he was also a producer, multi-talented. The group is Garbage. Their debut album, Garbage.
Wait, you didn't like it?
Oh, love it! It's still, I mean, this is definitely one of my, like, when I'm driving, it's like, I'm like, you know what? I want to listen to, I'll want to listen to Shirley Manson. Click.
Jesus Christ.
You know, first video I saw of her was Happy When It Rains, and I fell in love with her. I'm like, she is so beautiful. And then got her out, got her album. I mean, I don't think I got like when it came out, but I definitely say their second album. I know I got out when it got released, going down to Budget Tapes and Records and purchasing it. At least that buy it, you know, purchase it at least by on the weekend part.
Do you still did you follow them up till the end, or are they still around?
They're still around. Unfortunately, I've sort of dipped off. I just gone through. It's like, you know, because I think at one time they did break up and then got back together because yeah, so it's like, you know, I'll check stuff on. Stop shaking my table. I'll get like I got a notification for a pre-order for an album they released, and I was like, okay, well, I might purchase it. It just comes down to funds.
Yeah, no, yeah. I think I had their album too. I had the first one.
Yeah.
Because yeah, that was part of the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Alternative stuff. Although Garbage was a little bit different.
I mean, you know,
It was awesome.
It was alternative, but it wasn't like. It definitely it was not like Seattle grunge.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, because yeah, they were English.
Yeah.
Or Irish.
She's Irish. I think they're more. I think they're more I think more of them are American.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong. Look this up. Prove me wrong, internet. Butch Vig. Ironically, Butch Vig, did produce Nevermind. But
All right. All right. Oh shit. Da, 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 da. My number 3. I don't know about this. This was definitely playing on that stereo system. Probably heard it.
okay, unfortunately, right now
Or-
it's not showing anything on the. It says watch.
What?
Oh, it says watch stream.
Yeah. Hit that button.
Ha! Okay. All right. I apologize. I didn't know I was supposed to click on hit stream. Oh, I completely forgot about this group.
Oh yeah. Lords of Acid, and out of their discography, Voodoo U, the heaviest rotation. Oh yeah, and here's the thing: we're all inspired by somebody. Ironically, the person who got me Lords of Acid and Nin probably is Big Jeff,
Oh.
my Mormon friend,
Okay.
who's still a Mormon to this day. He's a bishop,
Good.
but the subversive. He has a subversive personality, even to this day. But yeah, he got me into all that stuff. He popped their first album, Player in the Car. But this is their second album.
Yeah, because their first album was like out of print.
Well, it was like a small print, and it was really just a collection of singles. Memory serves. That was the last. But yeah, but this was sort of like their. Yeah, it had a lot of big production, big budget
Yep.
stuff. Released in '94, and funnily enough, this what you're seeing on the screen, this is a censored album cover.
Yep.
I had the uncensored album, which I didn't really put together last time. But, it was pretty freaky gay.
Yeah.
I got it.
I think because I had a friend. We listen. I remember we listened to this album so many times in his basement, and because I think
That's where you listen to.
yeah, and it was like first I think it started because you lent me this, so I taped it, and then out of nowhere, like I went over one day, and I think they had re-released it.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
And he got the uncensored cover. So imagine me walking down a flight of stairs, and him all of a sudden he's put it right in my face. So, and then he quickly turns it over, and I'm like, "What the?" And he's like, "I just picked this up. Let's go listen to it." Oh, his mother hated us. Hated me for getting him to listen to it. But she hated this album, and I think I ran into him like not too long. Yeah, sometime I ran periodically. I remember one time I asked him about it. Yeah, apparently one time he went to school and she went, and this is by the time we've gone went our separate directions. She went, found the album and threw it away.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, sometimes I think about my parents my bro, you know, and out in their bedroom. Crab Louse starts booming from my bedroom at like 8 in the morning. Like, I think about that sometimes.
I mean, Lords of like, I they had no scruples with their album covers.
Or their song.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing is Praga Khan, the main dude, he's still going strong, man. I saw him I saw Lords of Acid ago.
Really?
Oh yeah, and like the people who tour with them always
Like, is it
still.
is it like always like Praga Khan like had like 5 different groups he was in or something?
I mean, yeah, I mean, he kind of, yeah, put out, solo album, worked
Yeah.
on a bunch of other people's stuff, but this was kind of like his. Yeah, still going strong. In fact, Boise, May 30th,
Damn.
and then here on June 1st. Although I won't be. Yeah, great album. It's definitely on the soundtrack of high. No one else in Pocatello is last.
Yeah. No, I think like the only for once I couldn't find the only album I could find was their Crab Louse single.
Oh yeah, it had
You know,
mixes.
I am surprised I didn't get sent to the teacher, the principal. I'm surprised, but I did. I did keep it under. I flip the
Flip the case.
CD
Yeah.
around and stuff.
Hey Phil,
Yep.
break.
All right.
I gotta vamp. Get that hold screen. Let's play some Crab Louse
Okay.
as the elevator music. Well,
All right. Be back.
I'll be right back.
Be back in a couple of min. Oh, Charlie's still. Huh. So also, I think that button does not work to kill the mic. I apologize. There's another little switch here. Hello. Nope, still works. Can you people still hear me? Huh. Weird. Because I need to find somebody to help me so I know how to run this properly. Jeez. I know probably one way to help. Hello. Does that sound any better?
check.
There is a sort of a mute kill button, but I had it pressed.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I need to do some serious tutorials.
All right, we're back.
All right.
Back. Cousins Talk. We're at number 2.
Number 2.
Member? Let's go. What do you got?
All right, number 2. I don't remember how I discovered this band. And I know it was like eventually like I got the album and then I remember renting the game and their song was like was on it. The game was Duke Nukem I think it was not Duke Nukem Forever. It wasn't 3D, but it was one of his like I think it was Duke Nukem Through Time or something like that. The band, Stabbing Westward, the album, Darkest Days.
Okay.
I mean, to me, this what it was like to me they almost sounded sort of Nine Inch Nails ish. You know, I think they had the same like sound, maybe a little bit lighter. But I remember it. This is one I definitely had during heavy rotation. A lot of great songs on this album, and then I think it was years later they did release a follow up. Got it. It was okay.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Well, I got you. Well, sweet. Well, yeah, I'm not. I mean, I'm familiar with them, but yeah, I never really touched high school or.
Yeah, there was that Duke Nukem Time to Kill. But yeah, it was. I definitely remember this being on a heavy rotation. And then it was like years later, I discovered watching some old 90s horror movies. Like a lot of their songs from that album were placed in it.
Oh, okay.
And it was like, hey, this is a 90s horror movie. I apologize, I had grin for cheese.
Well, that's cool. Yeah. Inspired by video game.
Yep. I mean, I think it was, actually thinking about it, probably was, it was one of those games, me and Kenny and Jeff rented on a heavy rotation, and it was such a cool song. It was as I put it, as a banger.
Well, they have a bunch of other songs as well that they have.
Sadly, I don't
just
think
stacked.
I think it was just that was the only song on there, and to me it was, on hindsight, such a random song to put on there.
Do you remember the name of the song?
Something. I don't want to be the thing. The thing I hate.
Oh, Thing I Hate. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I think it was and this is this is one of my also albums that got pinched so many times. And I think also what irked me about it was it's also the album, I can only ever find the edited, an edited version. But I met people who had somehow the unedited version. So the one single word they had in it, you couldn't hear it. And it's like, really? You're ruining the song.
Well, I'm trying to remember. Fuck, what was the name of the CD store in the mall?
Uh, Sam Goodies?
No, smaller. Well, in any case, like that's the thing. Like I'm trying to think. Like they had uncensored stuff.
Yeah.
That's where I got you. Although maybe not. Maybe I bought that. Oh,
Yeah, I think I stopped buying at Sam Goodies and was almost exclusive at like Budget Tapes.
yeah. No, that's good. Shop local.
Yep.
Good old days with Joby Haney.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah. It was like, oh yeah, you remember when they had that 9-inch L's like collector's box? And it was like, I always wondered what was it? Like, was it just like, what was supposed to be in it? Because I remember it sat there for like a long time, and I remember it says they're like apparently had T-shirts, buttons in it, and it wasn't until like I think wait till like after it got bought, and somebody said it like because they remembered it. I talked to somebody else, and they remembered it too. They said it was 9-inch Nails, like the Broken EP, but it had the like that live it was like also the like the live action videotape and stuff, and
that was a budget.
yeah, and they like
Probably
wanted like almost like $100 for it.
shit nowadays. Let's see, eBay used $500.
Yeah. And I was like,
No, that was probably also thanks to Joby. He was a big. Probably kept budget tapes stacked.
because I always wanted to grab. It's like, can I see what it is for I save $100? But I was terrified. I was like, oh, if I'm grabbing it, I mean I'm buying the CD. It's definitely one of those. I wanted to look before I purchase.
Well, all right. Well, I'll do a number two.
Yeah.
My number two. My number.
Number 2.
Number one. Take a number two. Well, and I'd share my screen, but that might affect Twitch's TOS. So I guess I'll just say it. Nirvana's Nevermind.
Okay.
Released in 91. Again, their second studio album. It's been all second studio albums all the way down. I don't know what that, but yeah, I mean, what can you say? Again, part of that bubble, part of that alternative bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this was about. I mean, yeah. But it stayed strong. It stayed strong throughout, and it's probably like the one that I still listen from time to, or have a couple of the songs like my digital.
Yeah.
Yeah, but great. And I remember like I have a very after a baseball game. So whatever year that we were playing baseball, it had to be 90, probably 92.
I think so.
It could have been 91. Actually, no. Yeah, it was not. But I remember we went to pizza after the game, and it was playing on the radio.
Huh.
And I was just like, what the hell is this? Opened my young Besson. This is incredible. Never like the hell is, and yeah, it was like the second album. Gotta have this. So mom could buy it for me.
See, I don't remember. Okay, no, I do remember seeing it, but it was to me, it was always that it was like a, to me, it was like you had, it was like you, like, to me, it was like a person at our age, you had to have that album.
Yeah, it was a requisite,
Yeah,
required to have it. Biggest thing. Although it's weird because like I mean, in some ways, no, even when In Utero came still, and then Bleach all both Bleach,
yeah,
Bleach, and B-sides. That this was always still around.
yeah.
It was always, and again, it's part of the machine. So yeah, it had to. Again, is still listen to.
And it's. I definitely remember, like, I started listening to Nirvana shortly just before Cobain's untimely death, and then like when he died, it's like I was like, and a lot of that was during my junior high. I was like locked into like Nirvana. I think it was like I did like a lot of albums slowly did like start chiseling away, like I started hearing Green Day and stuff, but unfortunately, like I never did listen like to Kerplunk and all that.
Well, shit, man. I remember when I found out he died. I was at your house, and I remember seeing it on the television.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And saying, what? We're like, no, this is a big deal, Aunt Sydney.
Yeah.
This is a big deal. This is like you're John Lennon.
Yeah. I'm actually shocked though. Like because I remember when the album came out, was the Unplugged album. I remember I had that one in a pretty high rotation. But I think, of course, also that time when in high school, I was going down a darker path. The Garbage, Stabbing Westward was in my lexicon and stuff.
Yeah, church failed you. Panic.
Well, it's hard to a church to fail when you don't go to church. Oh, church, please accept my forgiveness for leading to these dark temptations. Yeah. So,
All right.
unfortunately, I don't have much in an honorable mention, but I would like at least put one album I probably should have had in a in a heavier rotation, because it was an album that had since my childhood was around me, and it was like whenever I heard it was like heard this band play, I always gave me a little extra like chipper, because the album should have been CCR's greatest hits album.
Yep.
And to this day, I mean, even to this day, like if I'm feeling like in a funk, I will plug CCR in, and I will just be cleaning the room, and I will be singing, start singing "Bad Moon Horizon." Horribly, but I'll be singing it. I have no vocal chops of John Fogerty. But that was,
I had that album too. I think, and I remember thinking that it was like kind of like the one album I had that like, all right, parents, yeah, I'll listen to your music.
See, a lot of it was because when my mom would go, I think we just, when me and Kenny would hide in our room, she would, she had the vinyl of it. She would plug it on our big old stereo that had these giant speakers and crank it.
Yeah.
I remember as a little kid, I was like, I don't like this. But it was just one of those. She played it. It's just one of those that it seeped into my pores. I remember one day, I think it was in Bob Beeson's class. He plugged in I think it was it wasn't the greatest hits album, but it was CCR, and was it Susie Q? No, Fortunate Son came on it, and I think I probably earned his respect that day too.
Nice. Oh well, yeah, he was a big hippie.
Yeah, because what he was, this is of course at the time when Tupac, NWA, Dr. Dre, and Snoop Dogg were going through the junior high schools, and you can just see the physical disgust on these kids' face. And I'm sitting here like, yeah, Fortunate Son. And I think he said, does anyone know who this is? Fortunately, I couldn't say the name, but I knew the initials.
Well, sweet. No, yeah, that's a great album.
I mean, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say I only have one honor. But it should be mentioned because it was there a lot. Offspring.
Oh yeah.
The smash. Oh.
See, what's funny, this is the one album I have a weird love-hate relation with.
Well, you listen to it now, and it's like, it sucks. But back then, just
keep them separated.
Oh, wait. Yeah. But I played this a lot.
Yeah.
On rotation. Again, and
I think it was
thought it was cool.
Yeah, I think it was also one of those. Obviously, because I think it was either people were, because I remember the few people who I knew who were rock people in school were either Offspring fans or Green Day fans, and it was just to me, it's now it's are you an Elvis fan or a Beatles fan or Beatles or Rolling Stones? I think they were trying to make them rivals, and they probably also too were rivals in aspects.
Well, it's definitely
wasn't this their debut album?
No, they had a couple.
Okay. This is the first MTV.
This is the one that MTV saw and thought it was. I don't know. Maybe I should listen to it again. I'll be like, great. Just what I need to be listening. All right. Well, we're here. We're here at the number one. We got.
All right. My number one. Now, if I like a lot of people in the chat to make. I want to see if there's any. Anyone can make guesses what my number one will be. I remember this one was probably the heaviest rotation during my because it came out during my senior year.
Came out in your senior year?
Yeah. This is,
all right. I have a guess. Say it. this could have been playing on my college.
I love that the younger don't rank the niggas, so
I
they
think so.
you can barely tell difference.
Fuck you, Palpa, whatever the fuck. Get the fuck out of here.
Something.
No, not Misfits. Unfortunately, I did not discover them till till I was out. Oh, yeah, how did you guess? Jewel, yes.
Hey, look. Hey. You say. Wait, no, that wasn't her. God damn it. Fuck. What was her song?
Fuck. I don't.
Son of a... Well, we
All right,
failed.
we got
Not on any of our
guesses.
lists.
All right, my number one. Saw him in concert that year too when it came out.
Oh shit.
Marilyn Manson's Mechanical Animals.
Ha! I was right. I'm not just saying that. I was right.
Yep. I remember me, Tor, and two other of his friends.
Yeah, two bitches.
All of us Marilyn Manson freaks saw Marilyn Manson, and it was during the apparently it was a disastrous tour of Manson, Hole, and Monster Magnet was the opening band.
Wait, no, it wasn't disastrous for us because I think that was the last time Hole was there.
I think so.
So we got to see the last one.
Yeah.
And yeah, no. The people were with us. They weren't bitches. One of them was Crystal, my ex-girlfriend. The other one was Amanda, friend who also worked at Budget Tapes. Was also a big in.
Okay.
And that's probably why they had such a good selection.
Oh, cool.
Shit. And Manson.
Yeah, because
I love that album.
Yeah, no, I remember, this is I'm not a huge runner, but I remember
Okay, we'll be back.
specifically asking my teacher if I could leave early. Because I go, I have a thing I need to get to, and it's at this time, and they're like, oh, yeah, sure. Just go ahead, I think it was last 20 minutes of class. Begging my dad to let me take the car, driving my ass all the way to Budget Tapes, slamming my money down to pick up Mechanical Animals. And sadly, I had to wait to listen because my parents' car at the time only was cassettes. But I got home, unwrapped it, and I think I stood there in front of my stereo with the linear notes, reading, listening to it. I think I listened to that album 4 times that night. And to me, it's such a great album.
Well, did we know any of the songs? Do you know any songs?
I know he released The Dope Show.
What the video is.
Huh?
And the video was out
Yes.
by that point.
Yeah, and that pissed me off because I think we had a family gathering at your house, and I think it was they were going to premiere it in the next 5 minutes, and I'm like, we gotta get to the hurry, and I missed it. I think I ran into your house to turn on MTV, and I think it had just ended, and they were on to the next video.
Now remember, you couldn't. This wasn't just something you click on YouTube. These were all.
Yeah.
You didn't see it. If you missed it, you fucking. Of course, they played it.
They
at
played
some
on
point, probably 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
But still, it's a thing.
And I think it was all of his because I think the next one was I Don't Like the Drugs. And that was another one. There was some kind of event I had to go to, and I missed it. My one friend who I hung out with saw it, and he's like, "Oh my God, Phil, it's." But yeah, no, this. I think it was like I probably had to remake the tape like 2 or 3 times. It was such rotation.
Well, yeah, I think, man, I was in college by the,
Yeah,
or if not, it came out right as
yeah, because you graduated 97.
97.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, yeah, definitely
yeah, and I definitely remember.
awesome fucking.
Yeah. I was sort of like already a fan of like Monster Magnet because of his Puff Daddy rip off of the song. Apparently, he did it before Puff Daddy did the song.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a weird story behind, but I think my only problem with him when he kept cussing at it, and it like how our microphones right now kept fading on him. It's like we like to hear what the hell you're saying, dude, but we kept hearing, "All right, you motherfuckers." And I got his autograph, but I fucking lost the ticket. Ugh.
Shit, I should. Well, sweet. All right. Well, my number one. Well, I'll just say this right now. I had to choose. I had to choose an album. It would be a band. Chose the album. You know what it. You know the band. Why don't you just go ahead and say it? It hasn't been on my list yet.
9 Inch Nails.
That's right. 9 Inch Nails. But out of all the albums, Pretty Hate Me.
Okay. I'm a little shocked it isn't the Downward Spiral, but I think I remember you saying you liked Pretty Hate Machine a little bit better.
Yeah. And although I probably wouldn't say that to, and probably wouldn't have said that even in college. Downward Spiral grew on,
Yeah.
even though that was also very heavy high school drill. Fuck, I remember working out in the garage, and yeah, and that was and it was basically just that album and Cheech and Chong's comedy on repeat when I was out there. But I'll say Pretty Hate Machine. The only first album in 1999. I'll just say that because I mean, yeah, it's the one that blew my mind.
Yeah.
Again, introduced to it by Big Jeff. And yeah, it's like
I think
rewrote my neurons in my brain. I was like, this is and also it's something that, yeah, songs I listen still to today. They're definitely.
I mean, does it hit a little harder that knowing that I think Trent still did it, like that he did like all the pieces to it, like all the instruments to it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he did it working as a handyman,
Yeah.
right tracks, ask the studio here and there, just to the album, did all the things. One thing I didn't know, yeah, just like some of the lists of like the album sampled the drums from,
Yeah.
like it was all drum machine. Yeah, just hip hop found perfect sound. And so all of that was sampled.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he did everything else as well. To
Uh,
our, you see the,
Cool, cool. Yeah, no, I think it was.
but it's just amazing.
I saw a guy's video doc on apparently Nine Inch Nails, like after he released the Pretty Hate Machine, the studio wanted him to do a more of a light commercial album, and which like he was so against, and apparently he under different aliases was doing different track through different studios, was writing had wrote the Broken EP, so the the studio couldn't stop him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and that's certainly not a light.
But yeah. He's,
Which again, all those were on heavy. Broken was on heavy rotation. Fuck, Fixed, Eastside, remixed album, heavy. They all were. But I come back to Pretty Hate Machine because I think out of all the album songs on there, like have on listen still. Like Sin's probably or banger still.
damn it, your audio's breaking up again.
No, I'll just talk louder to make it work.
Talk more aggressive. You don't get that, Trent Reznor anger.
I'll just start playing songs.
But I remember that camping trip we went on when Big Jeff was there, and I remember Pretty Hate, Head Like a Hole playing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was, okay. I'm actually surprised. Like there was one album I did, or at least group I didn't see that you mentioned. You also got me into was the Crystal Method.
Oh well, that was more college.
Okay.
That's it. That was college.
Okay.
Like Lords of Acid was my gateway in electronic music. And yeah, I think I had their Vegas album year, but yeah, that was when I was.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember going to the library and they had the Vegas album there.
Actually, I've been listening back. And it's weird because it's like just like electronic music, like the older stuff. Like you can hear the different. Like it sounds a lot less sparse, not as. It's just not as produced as like all. You have a lot more bells and whistles. So it's kind of interesting. There's some still awesome.
I think another one that you got into college was The Prodigy and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Prodigy, Chemical Brother.
Yep.
Sasha.
It's,
Yeah. At college really was when I sort of.
yeah, you went into that electronic music phase for like pretty damn hardcore.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's not no sly. It's just like that's
why it's like a weird, high school pocket. 'Cause that's when alternative got.
yeah.
Well, and hip hop too. I don't know. I didn't really listen to much in high school.
Yeah.
And I had a couple Dr. Dre albums. That's a.
That was definitely was like one of your like weird ones you had. I'm like, why does But I definitely I think it was you and Big Jeff playing, and it was like their Dr. Dre's rendition of the like I think it was like the $15 pyramids.
the comedy track.
Yeah. I'm just sitting there going, like, what the hell is this?
But again, like that's the MTV
Yeah.
that got big on TV around. Well, Snoop Dogg. It's pretty much why I asked for the album.
Okay.
It's on MTV, Mom. It's cool. Well, sweet. Well, hey, chat. What? Give us one album. Just one album for high school years. Could only pick one. We're stranded on an island at a school. We're the only one.
Yes.
But could only take one album. What would you be listening to? Studying history on this island.
You know what song would go listening to the listening to the about the Depression era of the United States. What album would you be listening to?
Yeah, God, man. I actually kind of I went CD. Took me back. A lot of flashback. 'Cause I still have most of my CD sitting around. Not.
Yeah, I still got I still got mine. That was like probably one thing I actually was amazed. I never had a really huge CD collection. You know, I mean, I knew, my one friend who like got the Lords of. I think by the time we started stop hanging out, I think, and also he only had like 4 CDs. Because I think it was like one was a Beatles album, but it was like I don't know if it was like an official Beatles, because it was like. Because apparently, like, the starting track was Roll Over Beethoven. He had No Doubt's Tragic Kingdom. The Doors. Oh, no.
It works.
Fucking.
And of course, Lords of Acid. And I think it was this weird. It was this weird, like, opera, not operatic, symphony style. And I think he got that from his grandmother, who was who listened to like classic composers.
Man, I had a couple of classical. Once in a while you put on Vivaldi. And my CD collection isn't that. It's not that big. Probably have like. I mean, I probably have like CD, but that's throughout entirety.
Yeah.
High school. And then I might have bought a couple. Then, pretty soon that.
Yeah, no. Last year I bought actually a physical CD, and I only solely bought it because I already had bought it digitally, but it was like in this weird like deluxe album, and the group was Blackpink, and there was their latest album, and I was like, okay, I got to see what the hell is in this deluxe, case. So I got got the physical CD, and it was like, photos that I think was supposed to be taken during the making of this album, but they're supposed to look like Polaroids that were like, I think it was basically like they were taken by the group at random, but I think you could tell they were all staged. And like some weird postcards. I don't understand the fascination with postcards in album. What's the thing? What's the big deal with?
Well, I mean, man, like I like physical media, and I'd like to, like, I've thought about like collecting, getting vinyl for stuff all the time, but all the time, but it's like, God, what a rabbit hole! Like, my roommate has a record, and it's great, so fun.
Cool.
Listen to music. And and I keep my CDs on this idea that one of these days I'll grab like a 500 disc thing, maybe have like book with like the number,
Yeah.
sort of do the physical media thing, sort of a hybrid. Because it's like movie. It's fun to have discs and great actual.
Yeah.
Always. And video game.
It's-
No, you motherfucker. Like digital.
Yeah.
Get it on a shelf, dust off the case, de-download all the patches. That's the way to do it.
Well,
Actually, I was thinking about this. Yeah, I was like, it would be really. I'm like, man, I want a CRT and buy 10. Go back, fucking go back, play it all stuff.
it was like I remember I saw a documentary about I think when either Halo 3 or no, I think it was Halo 4 had came out. Bungie, no, I think it was 3 or yeah, I think it was 3. Apparently, as like it was one of those, if you had to get a invite to this group, but apparently they went around all of like Seattle buying like the like those classic televisions with and then they had the old Xboxes, and they hooked them up and did traditional LAN party with that. And apparently it's like they forgot how loud those are when you turn them on. And yeah, he was like, we would walk by, go turn it, and it was like all of a sudden it was like, we would see people's hairs just start rising up because of all this.
Well, yeah, all the static electricity,
Yep.
On the screen and shit. It's all part of the
Yeah.
hazy. Well, sweet.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Yes.
Yep.
That's all for this episode.
It's,
Two Cousins Talk.
all right. Yes. I hope you enjoyed listening to our, what our 5
Our
albums
member
were.
berries.
Yep.
Remember that, Phil? I remember.
Yeah, out of our list, are there any albums that you haven't heard that you're like, oh, okay, I'll give this a listen to now?
Oh, yeah. I don't know, but I think most of our chat, most of too much.
We probably because we got we played it so much.
Would he hear it through my balls?
Yeah. All right, we'll see you with our next show.
All right, y'all, take care. All right, till next time.
All right, I'm Phil Nilsson.
And I'm T Tizzle.
All right, and have yourself a good night.